Now use of the and mode of transportation. Use the with name of mode of transportation if that name is being used to represent the whole group. I like to take the bus to work. We are not talking about any specific bus. We are not talking about bus in general, but we are talking about bus as a mode of transportation. So the bus, because we are using the word bus to represent a type of mode of transportation. Another example, the trains are cheaper and faster. Now again, we are not talking about any train, we are not talking about any specific train, but we are using the word trains to represent the whole mode of transportation of by trains. So the trains are cheaper. Now exception is, do not use the when the mode of transportation name is not used to represent the group. What do I mean by that? Here are two examples where the names are not used to represent the whole group. I plan to take a bus to Piccadilly Circus. We are not talking about any specific bus. We are not talking about the bus as a group. We are just talking about a bus, any bus. So we will not use the here. Same way, Piccadilly Circus, by the way, is a famous area of London city. Next example, I took a train to the capital. Now we are not talking about any specific train, but we are not talking about train as a mode of transport in general, but we are just talking about a train. So we say I took a train to the capital, not the, unless we specified the type of train or we use the train as a name for mode of transportation. Now the and its use with place and activity nouns. There are certain nouns that can represent either a place or an activity based on how they are used. If they are used as a place, use the, like the school is close by. We are using the word school as a place. Next is, don't jump on the bed. Bed we are using as a place. Place is a bed. Bed is a place where you don't jump. So we are using the with a noun that can both be used as a place or an activity. Now the exception is that use the when the noun is used as place, but not when the noun is used as an activity. Here we see two examples. He went to school every day. This is a part of activity. Went to school. Next example is, go to bed and enjoy your sweet dreams. So here bed is not used as a place, but it is used as an activity, go to bed. And so we will not use the, we use the when the noun was used as a place only. Now use of the in unusual situations. When the speaker and the listener, or the speaker and the reader, are both aware of the reference through common knowledge, then we use the. For example, we ask, where is the bathroom? Now everybody knows when you are talking about bathroom that what you are looking for. The listener and the reader know what you are talking about, so we use the because the place is known to both the parties through common knowledge. Another example, for men it is on the third floor, for women on the fourth. Again, we know what we are talking about through common knowledge, so we will use the with this. Usually we do not use the when we are just talking about a bathroom, but here because we both know that what you are looking for, we use bathroom. Here also because the noun is used as a modified noun, so we can use the before third and fourth. Now another use of the is when we are indicating towards something or identifying something. For example, which house did you like? The one on the beach. So we are identifying one house to the person we are talking to, so we use the. These are some unusual, uncommon uses of the. They don't follow in any of the rules we have learned till now. Earlier we saw that if a word is repeated in the same paragraph, then we use the second time it is used. But what happens if the same word is not used the second time? Here, for example, mix egg, milk and sugar, then put the mix in a deep pan. Here we are talking about egg, milk and sugar, and when those words are not repeated here, but we still use this word mix to represent egg, milk and sugar, so we will put the in front of this mix. Don't get confused with this mix, which is a verb. We are talking about these three being represented by the word mix. Another use of the is to represent things that are uniquely single, like there's one sun, one moon, one earth. So we say when the sun, the moon and the earth fall in the same line, eclipse occur. So things which are uniquely single, we use the with them. When we are talking of unusual reference to an activity, we use the. There are two examples. Compare them. My kids have gone to school. She went to the school. Here both the things are about going to school, but here we have used the. The reason is, for kids it is normal to go to school. That is a routine activity. So my kids have gone to school. But for a lady who doesn't go to school every day, she is not a teacher there, she went to school for a meeting or something with teacher, or she went to school for something else, so we said she went to the school. If this lady was working at the school, we will simply say she went to school. But when the activity is not a routine activity, we use the. Another example of the is when you use the with the post modified noun. What is a post modified noun? That after the noun we have modified it through use of who, which, that, of, in or to. So when we say man who jumped from the train was arrested, because we have used who, we will say the man who jumped from the train was arrested. Who in a way is now identifying a specific man. Same way, I found the book that I thought I had lost. So that comes after book, so we will use the. Similarly, the journey to Paris. So if we have who, which, that, or, in or to modifying a noun, then we use the. So the journey to Paris takes 6 hours. The last few are examples of uncommon places which do not fall under any rule. Now, we said earlier that use the before superlative adjectives and also before things which are uniquely single, and some more example of uniquely single things are first, last. They are not comparative or superlative adjectives, but they are unique things. There can only be one first, there can only be one last. Similarly, least is an adjective, most is another word, there can only be one most. Top of, bottom of, extremes, these are some examples of words which are not even adjectives but they are uniquely single, so we use the with them. Tallest, shortest, farthest, closest are adjectives, all superlative adjectives. So summary of use of the, we saw earlier that the, a and n are all articles. A and n are used with countable singular nouns. However, the can be used not only with singular countable nouns like boy or egg, it can also be used with plural count nouns like the boys, the eggs. It can also be used with non-count nouns like water, when we say the water, and we saw many examples earlier. So to summarize, in this lesson we learned where is the used, where is the not to be used, what is the grammatically, what is the difference between use of the, a and n, and then the summary. Again, summary. These are some references and also sources if you want to read more. This ends part 1 of use of the in spoken and written English. Now watch part 2, which has mostly exercises about use of the.